You know, just talking. Made me feel like I come home.
I don't know whether this is a salvage...
First, there were no beds. Then there was someone with something more wrong than me. Then,
Diarrhea in the hospital.
Then I had the flu. Then...
They cancelled 2 more. No beds.
Then YMCA.
YMCA?
Now, he knows perfectly well.
MRSA.
Oh, of course.
MRSA. It's meant to stay at the MRSA.
Yes, well, we don't have MRSA here today, as far as we know.
He thinks it's a game.
I don't.
That bypass he had was supposed to sort it all out. He still can't lift anything.
It's achy.
Well, that sometimes happens. The sternum doesn't heal properly.
But I had to employ someone to lift the boxes. A little shop like ours with the minimum wage and the national insurance. I can't afford it. 6 times you've let us down.
Well, don't worry. You're here, and it is going ahead.
Really simple operation.
Now, we'll get you settled in. Sorry, just as soon as we find a nurse. Excuse me.
Oh. Shoulder.
Oh. Got another shirt.
Actually, I got you these.
Oh, stop with the present, please.
Muslins, little cloths. Stick them over your shoulder. Helps catch baby's little accidents. My mum swore by them.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can do a stint tonight if you're tired.
Don't push it.
Okay.
I thought you had enough to minding ladies in your life.
Sorry.
Huh? So, where is everyone?
How was the minister last night?
Sorry?
Dad said you were hobnobbing with the minister.
Yeah.
Well, if you happen to see him again, can you please tell him I think the people running this place are idiots.
Your dad?
The minister.
Minister?
Yes, you were with him last night.
Miss Strachan.
Actually, Connie...
No, later.
No, Connie, I need to have a word with you.
Miss Strachan.
What's going on?
Well, I was rescuing you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I saw you in the car park, so you and Nurse Morton now, huh?
Look, it's no big deal. It's not as if Chrissy and I are, you know...
Oh, shall I go and tell her then?
Well, I'd rather you didn't.
How wonderful.
What is?
It's all turning out rather well, isn't it?
But I've only just got into bed.
I know, I'm sorry, Terence. We keep mucking you about like this, but I've got no one to look after you.
It's okay. She won't let me have the magazine now.
What?
Mum, she's getting me hello and okay. I love all the weddings. She only lets me read them when I'm in hospital.
Oh, I'll have a word with her.
She'll shout.
It's okay. I'll find her and I'll sort it out. Now, do you think you get yourself dressed?
I'm not an idiot.
And he wants to cast his eagle eye over cardiothoracics this afternoon.
Well, I'm not scared of Oliver Curry.
He might well be a misanthropic charlatan with a Napoleon complex, but he is the Healthcare Commission's misanthropic charlatan, and he has a lot of influence. You have to play him very carefully.
This is Darwin you're talking about. So
much for promises. We're worthless, aren't we?
Mrs. Mulligan, what on earth?
I'm old. My son is backward.
That's not a word I would use.
Very politically correct. But we still go to the back of the queue every time.
Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mum, stop it.
Go back to that bed.
But Nurse Williams said I've got to go home.
What?
You cannot make a decision about surgical admissions without consulting me.
I tried to talk to you.
Really?
And frankly, it was one not now nurse too many.
Oh, that's amazingly petty.
Sorry, did you consult me over the agency ban? I don't have to consult you over everything.
We cannot let these people down again.
Don't you dare blame this on me.
Okay, look, let's just make an exception, okay? This one time, then fine, close the doors.
Great. Okay, you give me one agency nurse, then you can have your operation.
No, I have spoken to Sutherland. He will not budge.
So now you're shouting at me? Well, that tells me everything I need to know.
Fine. Fine, all right. Mrs. Mulligan, I am genuinely sorry about this. But Sister Williams is correct. We do not have the nursing staff to look after your son today.
We were promised.
I know, I'm just as angry about this as you are.
I don't think so.
I promise this time next week, your son will be at the top of my list. I personally guarantee it.
Let's go.
Don't
Mum.
move.
But they can't do it. I want to go home.
Mrs.
Mum,
Mulligan.
let go.
You're not going anywhere.
Please, I get too excited about this.
Why not?
Really, it's not helping.
If it gets you to understand what your cost-cutting does to people.
Beecham?
What?
That was Lord Byrne on the phone. He was wondering if you could fit Professor Curry in before lunch.
Anything, just please stall him. I'm sure Diane Lloyd would be happy to batter doe eyes at Professor Curry for a bit longer. OK, thank you so much, Charles, thank you. Right, Lord Byrne's going to hold off with the Rottweiler for as long as he can.
And Chrissy?
Oh, I don't know, she's gone down to the labs.
Security are here.
What? What? Oh, no,
We have to get Terence and his mum
No.
out of the building.
Kicking and screaming in front of the Health Commission, I don't think so.
Maybe Chris is right. Couldn't we use this to our advantage?
Believe me, you can never use anything to your advantage with Oliver Curry.
Are you trying to deliberately pick a fight with us?
I will not have vulnerable patients use of political football.
We don't have a bed.
But don't worry, don't
No, we don't.
Don't you frighten him out.
But you know someone who does.
Me? No way. I can't go behind Chris's back like that.
Oh, just when I thought we were coming to an agreement over access to your daughter.
That's out of order.
Quid pro quo, Mr. Strachan. It's up to you.
You have to take the bed with us.
Not a spare bed, would you?
See, I knew it. He only wants me for my staffing
It's
ratios.
this guy with learning difficulties. Just a routine surname jobby. We've cancelled on him 6 times.
Yeah.
The poor guy's in tears.
See, well, you know, Chrissy has closed her surgical admissions. Professor Curry's on the prowl looking for stray registrars to dismember. And Connie Beecham has threatened you with surgical gender realignment unless you can sort this out in 10 minutes.
Pretty, please.
Well, as it happens, I think you're in love.
I love you. Yeah.
That's a little over the top.
Oh,
Getting your operation, Terence.
but Nurse Williams said I wasn't allowed.
Don't worry about her. The main thing is to get that sternum fixed.
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt anymore. I'm better.
Well, we'll just put you into theatre to make sure then, eh?
Yeah, no thanks from me. Did I see him propped up in his bed with the stitches in his chest?
Well, I look forward to that then.
Look, distribution manager, I swear is trying to make my life worse. Right, I've managed to clear half the patients. You don't fancy grabbing me some lunch, do you?
I can't.
More hobnobbing?
Yes.
Really? I'm intrigued.
No, not exactly. Nothing intriguing. Something I'm doing with Connie.
Connie? What exactly? Come on.
We're in theatre.
You can't be. I've closed all the surgical admissions.
Connie engineered a bed for Terence Mulligan.
Where?
She didn't want to let him down.
Where?
Kill her.
Well, that can't be right, because Faye and I had an agreement. This has got to be a mistake.
Just keep smiling.
You think I'd have something better to do? This is hardly rocket science.
Yes, well, if Professor Curry had any idea of the fun and games it took to get Mr. Mulligan on the table, I'm sure he would find it entertaining.
Chris is going to kill me. Handsaw, please.
Yes, well, just as long as she waits until the professor's back in his BMW, I really don't mind.
Not one of our more groundbreaking